Okay, live on Facebook. So it's just preparing. Come on, it's a little sleepy. There we go. Okay, paste. I'll just make sure that you're properly tagged, because when I copy it over, it never, there we go. I want to make sure I tag you, and then the title will be, it's not what you are eating, it's what you are thinking. Perfect.
I'm glad you're doing all that part and not me.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to click go live, and it actually starts up right away even though I don't see it. So I'm going to start talking even though I don't really see you.
So I'm going to scratch my nose now.
Oh, yeah, get it over with. Here we go.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Yes.
So good morning. Good morning. I am so happy to have Laura. Great. Laura. See, I keep calling you Laura. What is happening with me, my subconscious? Okay, we're going to talk about this later because it's all about the subconscious mind. And somehow I've locked into your name being Laura. I'm so sorry. Laurie Gregg. Laurie is a psychic and a hypnotherapist with over 20 years experience. And her expertise is about how the subconscious mind controls the outer body. And her wonderful tagline is all about, it's not what you are eating, it is what you are thinking. So I'm really happy to have Laurie on the show this morning. We decided to do this one off instead of on a Tuesday to surprise everybody live this morning, because Laurie's got a wonderful program coming up next week that she's kicking off as well, which I'm really excited about. So we'd like to hear a little bit more about Laurie and how you even got here, what got you into this, and how you, you're really focusing more on the mind and how that really controls the outer body that we see, just like our outer world. So that's pretty exciting stuff.
It is so wild. I've actually been doing hypnotherapy for about 25 years now.
25, wow.
And in the very beginning, I was at this huge lecture with hundreds of us, and I won the hypnosis session. And so I went to get hypnotized, and I remember calling my mother going, "Mom, did we really have ugly green?" No, they were orange couches and all this. And she's like, "Yeah, how do you know that?" And I'm like, "I was just hypnotized and I was able to see it so clearly."
Really?
And that really changed my world. And you won't be surprised. Of course, I got hypnotized to stop eating a certain food. That's why I've always been into weight loss. And, I kind of rolled my eyes at the end of the session. But the very next morning, I threw a cookie in the trash. I was about to put it in my mouth, and I was like, I don't want this, and threw it in the trash. Wow. And that was the biggest miracle ever, that I would throw a cookie in the trash. So that changed my world. And I started doing the hypnosis way back then. And I tell you, I was at a hypnosis convention, and one of my friends said, "Do you want to try breast enlargement?" And I was like, "Honey, if I'm doing something like that, I'm going to do penis enlargement." Yeah. Kind of being cocky back with her. And she was like, "We can't do that."
You're like, wait a minute, maybe we can.
But I tell you, breast enlargement with hypnosis has been successfully done since the early 70s. So that's nothing new. That's been, done and researched and by all the doctors in the big med schools. So that's an easy one. And like we were talking earlier, I started out as a B cup when I started my hypnosis. Now I'm much, much bigger.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and seeing that, and we had breast enlargement groups back then. So I got to see other women, and we were measuring everything. And so we were measuring, and the women would help me measure each other. So I wasn't cheating with the measurements or
Right.
anything. But it's so interesting when you really get into why you created your body the way you did. And it's things you don't realize you're thinking. It's things that happened in childhood. It's things that are going on right now.
Yeah.
And breast enlargement or penis enlargement, it's a whole different ballgame than weight loss, because they're totally different issues.
Right, right.
But I tell you, even the weight loss, I was telling you earlier, it was almost like penis and breast enlargement were my practice ground, because weight loss was always my ball game.
Okay.
I always wanted to lose those 5 extra pounds. And I mean, that's been forever. And I was never happy with my body. Even when I was little, I was real skinny when I was little. And I was just never happy with my body no matter what.
Wow.
And that I had to go back and see, why was I never happy with my body since the time I was like elementary school?
That's such a common thing, especially amongst women, right? Body image.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember being a little kid too, and then we were maybe 12, and I was running like a little weight loss diet club, even though I wasn't overweight, but my mom was overweight and she was running a club, so I started running a club, and then we would collect money and then order pizza every couple of weeks. but yeah, it becomes this mindset or this program that we run, which a lot of it, of course, is based on what we see from our moms or dads or our families. So that is really interesting. So you didn't like yourself skinny, and then you were always had this kind of image, and you found then that the hypnosis got you through that.
And it's funny, to me, if hypnosis can change your breast and your penis, of course, they're all forms of fat. Of course, it can change the other fat on your body.
Right, of course.
So it is whatever's going on in your mind is affecting what's going on from here down.
I love what you said too, though. It's not only just weight loss that you work on, but it's the body sculpting, right? Because a lot of us are worried, well, if I lose weight too fast, or, the first thing that usually goes is the boobs, and then, and then maybe the stomach is then loose and flabby or whatever. So working on the sculpting along with the weight loss, I think that's a really brilliant approach.
I tell you, one of my earlier clients, and this is something for us all to think about, when she was little, her stepdad would swat her on the bottom because she was misbehaving. But she really gained so much weight right there on her upper thighs, where he used to smack her.
To pat her.
And she was patting herself because she took it in her mind that he was being a little sexual with it.
Oh.
And we all do that. And it's funny, it might even be with our husbands, with our boyfriends, with our mates. Like, if we don't want them around, or we don't want them touching, sometimes people touch our stomachs and stuff. Yeah. Where are we going to pad up to keep them away and keep us safe?
Wow.
And I will say that's the subconscious mind's ball game.
Yeah.
To keep yourself safe. But your subconscious mind doesn't always agree with your conscious mind. So what are you doing now? What are you doing now? And what I find so often, people are always like, as soon as I lose weight, I will start dating.
Yeah, I will be happier.
I will be happy. But the thing is, people make it up in their minds like, I'm going to start coaching my son's little league. And I always say, under hypnosis, do you really want to coach your son's little league? And it's always no. And it's like, So
that's right.
You think you want to lose weight, but losing weight's going to put you in the ballpark to be in the ballpark,
Oh, that's amazing. That's so true.
So we all do that. And, we're going to start dating. And, I'm in my late 50s, and it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or your 50s or 60s. The idea of dating is scary if you're a man or a woman. And that's always the thing. Once I fix my body, I'm going to do what I don't really want to do anyway.
Right. So I'll never fix my body because I don't want to do it. So therefore, ergo, you totally sabotage yourself to just hold yourself back forever.
Exactly.
I love this because I've been struggling with some weight gain over the years, and Certainly now during COVID times, it's like the COVID belly that I'm hearing from so many people. And excuse me, I keep thinking intuitively that there's something in my subconscious mind that's holding me back. And I've tried consciously to figure it out. I've sat and I've done some journaling around it. I've done some, walking meditations around it. And it's okay. So what is ultimately holding me back? So I am really super stoked and excited to try your program next week. And I understand, so you're going to be running it. You've got a 4-week program coming up, and you're going to be doing it in the evening, Monday night, starting at 8:30 till 9:30.
And because of you,
and then,
you suggested doing a daytime course, and everybody's so thankful to you, Sherry. Everybody.
Oh, I'm so glad.
We're going to do it on Wednesdays at 12 noon also.
Wednesdays, 12 noon, and that's Eastern time, East Coast, because you're from New York City?
I'm right in the middle of the city. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle of New York City. Wow. So 12 o'clock. So I'm really happy about that because I love daytime stuff. After 8:30 at night, I go walk the dog, and then I've just got to unplug because, days are, for me, it's late. So I'm really, really, really grateful that you are going to accommodate my request and the others as well.
And I do want to say, but I'm going to do it both times because I've gained my COVID weight. I'm going to be laying around. I'm having a surgery, so I'm going to be laying around for a month. And that'll be even more weight. So I want to do it twice a week. You do not have to do it twice a week, but you are more than welcome to come to Monday night classes and Wednesday during the day. You can do both if you want.
That's incredible, Laurie.
Well, I'll be doing it anyway. So.
Okay,
yes.
Well, that's really generous of you. So tell us a little bit about what the program will entail then.
Every program we will do hypnotherapy. And I am choosing my 4 favorites for weight loss and body sculpting. And it's not skinnier. It's why are you holding on to this weight? Why are you doing, and it's things from your childhood that you don't even remember. And it's things from today. It's how does your weight benefit you? When I ask that question, everybody's like, what? It doesn't.
Yes.
But it does.
Yes. But it does, as you illustrated just before, about how it holds us back. So when you said you're going to choose your 4 favorites, what did that mean? Your 4 favorite processes?
My 4 favorite hypnosis sessions. Because when you join, you'll go to the website and order the 8-week downloadable program. It's only $97. So make sure you order the $97 program. Usually the big course and everything is $397. But I really want to do this myself right now. And I want everybody to be able to play with me and do it at the same time.
Yeah, what an incredible offer.
I'm going to do these 4 weeks that are they're not going to be the same as the 8 weeks, although I'll take little bits and pieces that I really like from the 8 weeks. But you will have the 8-week program there in your hands. So you can do the 8-week program. And I tell everybody, one of my close friends is actually doing Nutrisystems right now. And she's like, oh, I'm already doing this. And I'm like, good. Yeah. It's great because I'm not putting you on a set diet program. Right. You choose what you want to do, and I'll be giving you all kinds of suggestions. But like I said, it is not what you're eating. Yeah. It's what are you holding on to up here? And we don't even realize during COVID time, of course we gained weight. We're all stressed out. We're all worried. We're all upset.
There's a lot of that, that's for sure. Yeah, and that's heavy energy that, of course, the body starts to store as heaviness. So we've got to lighten up our thoughts, lighten up our lives.
That's a perfect wording.
Right? Yes. Yeah, yes. Exactly. So it's going to be online. It's going to be by Zoom, I guess.
Yes.
For 1 hour. But then, so we're going to be doing it live for 4 weeks. But you're saying we can download the 8-week program. Are those recordings of you talking?
Those are audio hypnosis recordings.
Okay.
And it comes with the workbook. And I love the workbook because
you put together?
I put the workbook together when I created the program 20 years ago. But the thing is, you're going to do this hypnosis and you get all this information that comes in. I'm a little bit anal and control freak. I like to write everything down. But I will say my ex-husband did the penis enlargement. He grew tremendously while he slept through the whole thing. Wow. So I'm not saying there's a right way or wrong way to do it. you know,
It's amazing.
right. So you don't have to write everything down, but it helps me personally.
Right, right. I'm a writer too. I'm a note taker.
Yes.
But it's good to know that there is the flexibility. So this
Yes.
program, anybody watching, and I hope a lot of you are watching, this is for men and women. This is whether you want to sculpt your body down smaller. It's whether you want your boobs bigger. It's whether you want your penis larger. This is just phenomenal work that you do in the world, Laurie. Seriously.
Thank you.
And your bio is incredible of, you know, the shows that you've been on, the TV shows, the radio shows. Your program was featured on Rachel Ray. You know, you have a beautiful pedigree. You know, this is not like one-off stuff. This is proven. You've been in the field for, you say, like 25 years.
Yes.
So I feel very excited to start with you next week. So your website, and I'll make sure we put that on. I didn't include it, I don't think, in the write-up, but it's Thimage. So like think thin, Thi, but then it's image. So Thimage
Yes.
.com. Thimage.
Right.
Thimage. Here in Quebec, we would say Thimage.
It sounds much prettier.
It does, doesn't it? You put that little
Yes.
French, Thimage.
Right.
Thimage.com. And right now you do have the nighttime one on there. But you're saying, because I did notice you had the nighttime for the 4 weeks, but you're saying that people should click on the 8 weeks? No?
Well, when you order, I want you to order the 97 least expensive program. And right above the video is where you can just click and it will go straight to ordering the down week program. And that 8 week downloadable program, well, it will send me an email saying that you ordered. So you will automatically be in the Zoom classes, and I will send everybody who orders a Zoom link. So you can come to Monday or Wednesday day.
I love that. Yeah, I love that flexibility. So if you miss one, and are they going to be the same? So if I missed,
they're going to be basically the same. Of course, I'm a human. It's me doing it. So there'll be a word or two different, but it'll be the same gist.
The process, basically. Okay. So if they miss Monday night, they can jump in on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Oh,
yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the flexibility of that too, Laurie.
Oh,
and so yeah, and you're heading into November. You've got some surgeries coming up, and we certainly wish you all the best of health and everything with
Thank you
that you're going to be going through. But we look forward to seeing your gorgeous face next week. I definitely will be signing up, and I will be there Wednesday at noon. I'm very excited about this because I too have been studying the mind for many years. And a couple of years ago, I had a mantra every single morning. I would walk, and so I'd make no changes in my diet, as you say. It wasn't about the eating, but my mantra was, I am attaining the perfect weight and size for my highest good. And I put it that way because, so my highest good may not be to be a size 0. I don't think I ever could be a size 0, nor would I want, but for somebody else, maybe that is the right one. For me, maybe it's more a size 10. So I actually just put that out, and every single morning I would say that mantra, and I actually started to lose weight. I lost, I think it was about 12 pounds over the course of a couple months of saying that every single day and really believing it and really kind of stepping into it. So the power of the mind is phenomenal, as we've seen. Law of attraction works that way. It's just when we set intentions, and especially when we can tap in. So the subconscious mind is that slippy little sucker back there, and we're running these programs and we don't see it, and often we don't even hear it. So I call that too the little butterflies. I say, get your butterfly net out, because there's these little thoughts of like, oh, you're this or this little negative self-talk, and if you can grab that, or the thought could be, I can't lose weight unless I starve myself. I've got to go down to 700 calories a day. I have to start running 10 kilometers a day. And right away, your conscious mind says, holy crap, I can't do that. That's way too much work. So forget it. I'll just sit down and have another slice of pizza.
Exactly.
Right? So it's to overcome those programs of, no, you don't have to be a marathon runner. No, you don't have to starve yourself. You can do this while still just living your life, but making those tweaks, being able to throw out that cookie, that certainly does help.
I think the whole thing is to feel good in your own body, to feel good in your own skin.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, I'm not saying you have to be a certain size at all, I'm
Right.
saying you have to feel proud and happy of your with
Yes.
your body.
I
You
love
know?
that. And I wrote down something yesterday. Oh, yeah, creating the love connection with my body. That is something that I want to really work on, because body image, and I'm sure I'm not alone out there, body image is so negative for so many of us. And
Exactly.
creating that love connection with our bodies is, I think, just paramount to living well, feeling well, looking well. So one of my new mantras in the morning now, on top of flooding myself with good energy from the universe, and tickling my cells, is now I also say, okay, bring in the love, and I love you, body, that you're strong, you're healthy, I love you. Because yeah, if you're healthy, and or you're just on this side of the daisies, like, let's embrace our physicality.
That's the best line. I love create a love connection with your body. I'm going to borrow it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll tell them it's from you.
Okay.
It's like, yes,
Go for
yes,
it. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Maybe one day we'll create a program.
You never know. You never know.
Anyway, that's a wrap, Laurie. Yeah, I thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
so welcome. I thank you for coming on and sharing your wisdom and your experience, and really look forward. So next week, everybody, please, yeah, if you're interested in sculpting your body, losing weight, breast or penis enlargements, like, get on board next week. Thimage.com with Laurie Gregg. Thank you so much,
Thank
Laurie.
you,
Have a great
guys.
weekend, and we'll
You
see you next
too.
week for sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.